Take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, the way Kevin Gausman's gotten his outs today.
Perfect blend. That's what's making him so tough. And look, I reiterate again, this bottom part of the lineup has to get on base for Judge. Otherwise, the Yankees are going to have a hard time mounting any kind of rally against Gausman.
The hitter Anthony Volpe taking a strike. Gausman has retired 10 in a row. Yankees got a single from Judge in the first inning, a single from Chisholm in the second. That is it. And it's been a lot of aggressive approaches, a lot of quick outs. In fact, 5 first pitch outs for Gausman. Taking this pressure cooker of the postseason and making it. This is as low stress as I remember seeing in the postseason.
No, this is. I can easily say, of all the games I've watched and done here now as a broadcaster, this is the greatest execution early on to a first start in a postseason I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like I just can't think of one or two mistakes. It hasn't cost him. He's getting the leadoff hitter out. He's not afraid to throw strikes with his fastball. He's going in, out, up, down, and then here comes the splitter, and that's why he's keeping the Yankees scoreless.
Home with an 0-2 to Volpe. He lifts that one up to left field. Back goes Santander to the wall, and it's off the wall. That thing kept on carrying, and Volpe's into second with a leadoff double. That pitch left up with 2 strikes, and Volpe just misses getting it out of here.
Now he went with that rarely thrown slider, and it was flat. And this is what I thought that the Yankees need. They got to get a leadoff hitter on. They got to create some kind of stress. See how the ball's spinning and doesn't break. And that's not right on cue. He's been absolutely perfect until that pitch, and now a leadoff double, and at least turns the lineup over. That gives Judge an opportunity to hit. With this series being totally dependent about how many guys get on base when Judge is up.
Tying run at the plate in the form of Wells, who cranks a line drive base hit to right. Had to be sure that it would fall, and so Volpe just takes third. But the Yankees, after getting just 2 hits over the first 5 innings, none over the last 3, have back-to-back hits from the bottom of the order in the 6th.
And what happens is when you get a runner on to lead off the inning, you're pitching out of the stretch, timings change, and then pitches change. So the hitters are momentum type offense, right? When they see somebody break through or they see an opportunity, it creates a little bit of momentum. And now this was just a safe move to make sure he didn't get double off. Now you've got first and third, and unless some miracle triple play, you're guaranteed to see Aaron Judge with some runners on.
We get a word from Pete Walker, and we get a word from Capital One.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Trent Grisham, the guy at the plate here, who has come out of the middle of nowhere to have a big year. Came over in the same deal that brought him Juan Soto. He hardly played last year, hit a .190 as the bullpen gets going with Mason Fluharty. Soto goes to the Mets. It's part of the reason Grisham's gotten the opportunity that he's gotten, and he has doubled his previous career high in home runs. He's hit 34.
It's incredible. It's incredible the transformation in a couple years to what Trent Grisham has meant to the New York Yankees.
Best chance for the Yankees today. Tying run aboard, go ahead run at the plate. Grisham takes the ball.
And you know, when they didn't re-sign Soto, that opportunity opened up for Grisham to play every single day. It tightened up their defense. And certainly you can see the production right there is self-evident of why the Yankees are still a lethal offense.
Trying to string it together here the way they did in Boston, or against Boston, to finish off the wild card round. Did it without the power. Did it with a bunch of singles. And over the last month of the regular season, the Yankees hit .290 with runners in scoring position. This is not the team, even though the narrative still seems to exist, that has to hit home runs to win. Double from Volpe, single from Wells. 2-0 on Trent Grisham. Here it comes. Ball 3 with Judge waiting on deck.
Well, with Aaron Judge, we're going to show you why it's so important to get runners on. When the runners are on, they have to respect and not walk him as much, right? Multiple runners, one runner on, he gets walked a lot. So if he happens to get the bases loaded, there's obviously no room to put anybody else.
Got the call, 3-1. First stress of this game for Gausman. Grisham is always cool and calm, is up there waiting on this 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off, and it's 3-2.
You know, when you see Grisham in the batter's box, he's flat. His back foot is all the way legally to the end of that batter's box, and hitters are used to being in the same spot. It gives them a little more length against the fastball, but against the splitter, it is getting the pitch at the worst part for a hitter. So when you're that far back, you're going to have to really recognize a mistake.
That's out, ball 4.
Ball 4 to load the bases for Aaron Judge. And a potential pivot point in this game and in this series right here. Double-barreled action in the bullpen now as Varland joins Fluharty. 2-0 Blue Jays. Judge comes up, nowhere to put it.
All that freedom that he had with nobody on, you're fearless with your fastball. Now you can't be as fearless. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to make a great pitch here, get a ground ball double play or something. But now the stress goes through the roof when you're facing a guy like Aaron Judge with the bases loaded.
1 for 2 with a single today. 5 hits in the postseason, all of them singles. One of the greatest home run hitters of all time at the plate. Takes a fastball for a strike.
Just a perfect pitch right there. But what Aaron Judge has become very comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, hitting his pitch, laying off the pitch that used to get him out all the time.
On an 0-1, Judge takes in the dirt. What a stop by Kirk. One of the many ways he's valuable for this team.
Well, Aaron Judge would love to get a hit, but at this point in the game, he has to make contact somewhere to drive in a run. They'll take a fly ball, but getting a run in right now, imperative. You don't pass the baton to anybody else.
Here comes Judge, takes low. He's ahead 2-1. The 4th 50 home run season for him. The batting champ as well. .331 average. On a 2-1 from Gausman. Judge swings and misses. He's ahead of a splitter, and it's 2-2. Ground ball, foul, just wide of third. He's only thrown 3 sliders on the day. Does a good one of those get him here?
I haven't seen the ones that he doesn't have the feel for, the one that turns the corner. So that high splitter right there was not intended to be in that spot. He got away with it. I don't think he will throw the slider to Judge.
Another 2-2. It is a splitter, and Judge watches it calmly. The count is full. Sliders are the ones that have given Judge such a hard time through the years, and Gausman not really possessing that today. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2 on Aaron Judge. Fouls it off.
I mean, that's just a perfect pitch with no room for error. That leaks over the middle of the plate, and it's a 4 spot. I mean, he tied him up with a fastball 3-2. You just can't do any better than that. But the great hitter that Aaron Judge is, he spoils it, and that's what's frustrating for pitchers, especially when you've thrown a bunch of pitches in this inning.
The 8th pitch. He tries strike 3.
That previous pitch set up this aggressive. His hips are open. He's got nothing to get to the barrel of the bat. He was committed way too soon. And obviously a ball 4. But you can't, in the moment when you're trying to make something happen, say at home that it was easily takeable.
Yeah.
It's just the stress in the postseason. That's what happens.
And it has snowballed on him through the years. Facing, of course, great pitching this time of year. Inside on Cody Bellinger, but the chase has gone up. The strikeouts have gone way up, and in a key spot here, it's a strikeout to Judge.
Now, the one thing I noticed in the last two hitters, he's pulling the split. When you pull the split, it doesn't have the right action. It starts moving the wrong way.
The 1-0 to Bellinger is
Ball
down
two.
and away, ball 2.
So now if you're a hitter here and Bellinger's just, he's got to keyhole one. If he sees fastball, it has to be, you can't just swing. It has to be in the only spot you want it to swing and drive the ball right here on a 2-0 count.
Cody Bellinger is ahead 3-0.
That is great discipline, because if he was super aggressive and he was looking to just do damage, you swing at that pitch, and that's why you throw it. If you're Gausman, you're thinking, I got him, got to think he's aggressive.
Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. 3-0 pitch.
Ball 4.
Low for ball 4, and the Yankees are on the board with a bases loaded walk from Cody Bellinger. He has been the one guy who has looked calm and patient for the Yankees today.
You just wonder if the count were different and he was pounding a strike in that area, put pressure on the umpire. It was a ball, but he would have put pressure on the hitter to swing at it too. So now the hitter who's had virtually no chance again. So I wonder if Rice can even think about sitting on a split finger. And you wouldn't tell most hitters to say you can't do that. You got to think fastball and react. Well, the splitter has given him nothing but trouble on 2 strikeouts.
Well, there's a guy that there'd be to do that against. It is Gausman, who throws it more than anybody. It was a splitter, and he went after it and still couldn't get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised a little bit by that after a 4-pitch walk.
Wells at third, the tying run. Grisham the go-ahead run at second. Bellinger at first. The 0-1. Rice takes in the dirt.
And see, that's the 4th one now. The 4th splitter that he is pulling. So if Rice has a chance, because the split goes away from left-handers, when you see it start turning towards the left-handed hitter, that's not what Gausman wants.
Here's 1-1. Popped up. As good as a strikeout for Kevin Gausman. Infield fly rule in effect. Barger's got it 2 away. That's going to do it for Kevin Gausman. Of course, so much pressure on the managers this time of year. We've already seen it in the wild card round. That sensitive spot of when you make the move, when you go to the bullpen. Number 2 gone here in the 6th. John Schneider goes to the pen with the bases loaded and 2 out. The right-hander comes on for Giancarlo Stanton at a 2-1 game. Giancarlo Stanton, who has 4 home runs in his career against Kevin Gausman, comes to the plate. Gausman finished. He faced 1 more than the minimum through 5. Runs into trouble here in the 6th. It's Louis Varland on to face Giancarlo Stanton. He's taken him deep as well in his career, and he takes ball 1.
Well, knuckle curveball you saw right there. A fastball, a sinker, and a slider.
Tying run at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curve's been the best pitch for Varland, who they got at the deadline from Minnesota. The bullpen took shape on the fly for the Jays this year. Really good down the stretch. Stanton on 1-1. Fouls it back, strike 2. 100 from Varland. Yankees